Did you like custard at school?
Not the school custard, but I love custard.
Oh, I can't eat custard anymore.
I've got custard in the fridge.
Anyway. Hey! Hello!
What was that? Like we're lost in a mountain. Okay.
Oh, yodel. Should we yodel the whole episode? Hi, and welcome to Mouthfull!
Welcome back, guys. We've got a really exciting day for you today. And actually, this is a very special episode.
It's so special. It is our first sponsored episode, which is really exciting, and we are working with the lovely guys from Nairn's Oatcakes.
Which I am literally ecstatic about because I have an actual obsession, to the point where Theo sent me a picture once of all the Nairns that I had in the cupboard that I'd bought and was like, sorry, do you need all of these crackers? And I'm like, they are oatcakes.
When they said they were going to send them to you, it was like, no, we're all right, we're okay, we've got plenty, thanks.
We got enough.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really fun because we're doing some things with Nairn's Oatcakes that maybe you wouldn't have thought of.
Oh, well, they have a whole kind of campaign called Anything Goes, which is really cute, and basically, you can just like use them for anything. Obviously very, very nice with just cheese on them, but that's not the only thing you can do.
So, but we're making two things that are...
We are completely bonkers with Nairn. So the first thing we're gonna make is a whiskey sour.
Not sure how I feel about this one.
Yeah.
I'm not a whiskey fan in any shape or form.
But you know, it's a Scottish brand, so I'm kind of thinking whiskey sour, and we're gonna be using a smoked whiskey. Just smell.
Oh no, that's awful. We are making a banoffee pie, and actually my friend Laura, it's her recipe, and we went for a dinner party at her house. She made it. I was like, oh my God, I'm not even a sweet tooth person, but it was so magnificent. And then when I made it and I said, what do I use? It was literally oatcakes as the base. So we're going to be showing you how to do that, and it's going to be delicious. But as always, we're starting with a cocktail, so let's get stuck in with the whiskey sour. Firstly, I've got to say, I'm a little bit upset with you. I mean, immediately, you've bought your own cocktail shaker with you.
Yeah, well, I'm just, like, I love your little rabbit cocktail shaker, but it just gets cocktail everywhere, and I'd rather cocktails in me than all over your beautiful...
Poor Roger.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decorate the glass of these gorgeous...
They're my granddad's.
That is so lovely.
Yeah.
In this bowl, I have got some Demerara sugar. Demerara, that sounds really posh, but I think that's how you pronounce it. Which is that kind of crunchy sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. And into that, sorry, I just fingered it, I'm going to put... You are so, for someone who doesn't like smut, you're quite smutty. I mean...
You said it! I said nothing! Right, what are you doing now?
I'm going to crumble some oatcakes. They are just lovely. And as actually, I learnt today, one of the leading UK gluten-free businesses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nans.
I decided to use a pestle.
Oh. So that's the pestle, the mortar's the other bit?
Yeah.
What's that even mean?
I thought no one knew the answer to that.
Really? What do you mean?
I thought it was like no one knows.
Or was that like a chicken and egg thing? Which came first? A little bit of lemon.
I'll do a bit more actually.
And run the lemon around the rim of the glass. Now we've done this before, but it's just a really nice way to introduce, you know, the oatcakes into the cocktail. And then that goes in there.
That looks great.
Yeah, right?
That looks so nice. And actually it sits really well. It's really interesting that you've got sugar and oatcakes in there. Like that's, I wonder if anyone's ever done this in the history of the world ever. Like glasses are all rimmed and now we are on... What? Isn't it? Like literally every time we can't handle it. And now we're moving on to the cocktail.
Yes, so one of the key ingredients to a sour, you love an amaretto sour,
I love an amaretto sour.
So one of the key ingredients is egg white. So the first thing you have to do is separate the eggs.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
No. Oh my God, you know how bad I am at this. Right, okay.
So the yolk stays in and the white, there you go.
Oh my
one
God,
more.
I was actually quite good at that. There we go.
Well done,
There's only a
Lisa.
little bit of shell in it.
That's fine, Michelle's fine. Basically, the egg white goes frothy, and that's what makes it really kind of luxurious and rich. So as long as you can kind of like find an alternative, but a vegan egg white I think will do the trick.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we've got one egg white, which is enough for 2 drinks. Okay. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure things, Lisa.
Oh wow.
So I'm going to use 50 ml per person of this
Oh, that was a nice smell.
gorgeous Ardbeg Wee Beastie.
Oh, wee beastie.
Wee Beastie.
You may take our lives, but you'll never take our Oatcakes. Oh, I ruined it because I didn't say that.
That would be so funny.
What? If we dressed up like we were, what was he called?
Braveheart.
I was about to say Jack Sparrow, but that's
That's a whole different franchise.
Yeah, William Wallace. There we go.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
so you've done 2 double shots.
2 double shots
Yeah.
for 2 people.
Yeah.
And then I've got 1, oh no, hold on a second, lemon juice. So this is just freshly squeezed lemons using our trusty lemon squeezer.
So just a double shot.
Yeah, a double shot.
So we've got, fine, 2 doubles of whiskey, 1 double of lemon juice.
Then I think you can make it as sweet as you want. I'm going to make it relatively sweet
So
for
what's
you.
that?
I think probably a shot. But
So what is it?
Oh.
Like,
I'm trying to be so professional here.
No
I'm
one can
completely
see.
messing up. So this is syrup. It's just a simple, really, really simple. I actually use caster sugar and hot water and just stir it together and let it. It's really, really easy and it keeps forever. And we've made it before. I think episode 1 was when we made it. So you can kind of go back and do that. That goes in. And then the egg whites go in.
Okay, the whole thing.
The whole thing, just in it goes.
Shell and all, because there was a bit of shell in that you didn't pick out.
And a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters.
So this is like, this is in a lot of cocktails, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is just like a bitter.
It's all kinds
Let
of.
me taste it by
yeah,
itself.
it's kind of herbal. It's really, really lovely. Couple of dashes. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, but what, have you got like a double
No,
shaker?
it's kind of like an insulated.
Oh.
It's very clever. This goes on. Because it's got the egg whites in it, you need to really, really, really shake so that it gets all frothy. Woo! Do a little samba. Or no, it should be like a Scottish jig.
What is that?
And then we've got a gorgeous little strainer here.
Well, it's not that gorgeous, is it? It's got no animals or anything on it. It's just a plain strainer.
No, it's got a little face.
And then we're going to have to do the same again to make enough for Dawn and Chris as well.
Yeah, they'll be all right. I'm just going to make sure we've definitely got enough for the 2 of us.
God, this is like a balancing act, isn't it?
I mean, I could eat these just...
Right, let's try this though, because this could put the balance off. You don't want the biscuit going in the drink.
Or do you?
Or do you? Okay.
How beautiful do they look?
Look at those babies. And now all that's left is to have a mouthful. These look amazing.
They look so pretty.
Even if I don't like the taste of them, just so you know, I appreciate the art of them. So what do you reckon? Do we have a bite?
I reckon we do, yeah, like almost like tequila style, you know, with the lemon wedge and the salt, and you kind of take a bite of the biscuit and the cherry and then a swig.
There you go, Chris.
So that's for you, Dawny.
Okay, so do we hold the biscuit in one, then have
Yeah,
the drink,
but yeah.
do a cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, Dawn's dropped her cherry.
Oh. That's so good. You don't like that? This is delicious.
Oh, this is
It's really
nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Your eyes
Your eyes are literally watering.
It's just Monday morning.
It's strong. Okay, well, that is basically a pudding and a cocktail in one.
And you know what time it is now?
Banoffee pie time!
I am so excited about this because basically banoffee pie is my favourite.
Is it?
It's just one, I just love it so much. Like the combination of banana, yes. Toffee, yes. Banoffee, yes. And oatcakes and butter, I mean, what more could you want?
It's true, and do you know what? It's a really good one to pre-make for a dinner party.
Yes.
And we'll tell you about that because actually what we have done is pre-made one already, but not all of it, just the base and the caramel, because you do want it to be, I'd say overnight,
Yeah,
have it
for
overnight.
sure.
So take the stress out of the day of your dinner party and pre-cook it, pre-make it, and then all you've got to do at the end is dress it with the cream, which we'll show
I love
you.
that. What
Okay,
do we do first?
First things first, we have got our oatcakes and we've got some pecans. So we're gonna crush the oatcakes up into tiny, tiny little pieces, and this is gonna make the base. So I've got a bowl. Now, firstly, I wanna say that we are using, the great thing about the Nairn's boxes, let me just show you inside, is they come in little individually wrapped kind of packets. So I'm using 3 of these in the plain, the original oatcakes, and then we're using 1 in the chocolate orange.
Oh, that's going to make it taste so good, so good.
I'm not joking, this is how I actually did it. Thought I was an absolute genius, putting them all in here and then crushing it, right? Crush.
You're such a professional. And then...
Pouring it back in.
And then this morning, I said to Lisa, but you do know that, remember, we bought one of these.
What we're gonna do is we're chucking all the biscuits in there, and we've also got 100 grams of pecan. Is it on?
Yeah. And then we'll put the nuts in.
Sorry, hold on.
What?
That literally took you about 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds. I swear, no exaggeration, half an hour for me to do my stupid technique. And then we put the nuts in. Oh, God. For once, you've taught me something. I feel like it's the only ever time in history that you have, but this I will give you.
Cheers to that.
Okay, next I'm gonna melt 100 grams of butter. No, 150.
Yeah.
The butter is melting seductively. Go on then, Dom, do your sound, your music.
The butter. Oh, bow, chugga, bow, wow.
I honestly don't know why you don't do voiceovers.
Yeah, I know, right?
I really don't. Okay, so that's pretty much melted now. And then we're gonna pour in our lovely fine oat mix. Put that in there.
Look at that.
And then take it off the heat, mix it in with the butter. So this is going to be your base. Okay, then we pour it in. Oh my God, it smells. Can you smell that, Chris?
Yeah, it smells so good.
Okay.
What happens now?
So this would then go in the fridge, and like I said earlier, I'd recommend it going in overnight. But we ain't got time to do it overnight, but like I said, we have pre-made ones. So we're gonna put it in the fridge for now, and we're gonna make the caramel to go on top, and then we'll show you the rest. We'll be back in a sec.
Okay, Lisa, what is the next stage?
Now it's the caramel, which is just always exciting, but you have to be really careful with caramel, you don't want to burn it. So have it on the low heat, 100 grams of butter, so that's basically the rest of the butter that's left over from the base. Melt that down. I'm actually going to melt it a little bit first, shall I?
Yeah.
Before I put my sugar in.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have 75 grams of dark brown sugar. Okay, I'm going to put this in here now and just mix those two together.
Oh, delicious.
Divine. So mix that. Then we're going to be using, I always think it's quite an old school ingredient, isn't it?
Yeah, but actually banoffee pie is quite an old school thing. This is amazing. This is carnation condensed milk. Look. Oh, look how thick and juicy it is.
Right, look at that.
And this needs to come to a rapid boil and for no longer than 1 minute. Otherwise you won't get that toffee consistency that you really want.
Okay, so you can see the consistency changes. It starts to get thicker. And that is when you know it's basically turned into caramel. You turn your heat off and just keep stirring it together. Right, the caramel is now ready to pour on top of the base. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Get the shot. Okay, so the caramel's in there. Ooh, that's hot, hot, hot. Thanks, Dom. And then I'm just gonna give it a little whiz around so that it's even and covering the entire base. As I put this one back in the fridge, Dom?
Here is one we made earlier.
And the caramel is like fudgy. It's gone really hard and gorgeous. So we're now going to top it. This is honestly, by the way, the most indulgent dessert because we're now going to do whipped cream. But don't you panic because there's some fruit involved on banana.
Bananas? How are you going to slice your bananas?
It makes it slightly healthier. Well, we're going to do the cream first.
Isn't it banana layer first, then cream?
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's banana layer first, then cream.
I missed it. Do it again.
Okay, but I did it without looking at it.
You're like a gunslinger. Come and juggle your bananas. Okay, whilst you cut your bananas, I'm gonna whip the cream, and we're gonna have like soft whip, I think is what they call it.
Right, I'm now going to.
I'll stop whisking whilst you lay your bananas.
I'm gonna layer the bananas from the outside in.
So you want the cream to be this kind of soft peak, sort of like fluffy cloud consistency.
Oh, a fluffy cloud. So your bananas are in, like so, and now we're just going to take the cream. Oh God, look at it.
Look at that.
That is perfection. Great whipping.
Yeah, because we want to be able to see the layers, don't we?
Exactly, but who knows how that's going to go.
Well, all going to go in the gob anyway at the end, aren't we?
Oh, you just went for it.
Wow. The layers of the oatcakes and the bananas and the cream.
And the caramel, it's all in there. It's all in there. Okay, and then we're going to just take a bit of chocolate, the classic flake.
I'm just too excited about this.
And just sprinkle it. So that is it, our banoffee pie is complete with that incredible Nairn's oat base, that caramel, and then that beautiful whipped cream with some flake on top, and obviously the bananas in there to make the banoffee bit, because otherwise, you know. Should we cut it up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Everyone excited?
I'm gonna go in.
Okay. Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my word. Just look at that. I love seeing all the layers. This is so exciting.
Right, let's not keep you lot waiting anymore. Come and have a mouthful. Here you go, Chris.
Thank you.
There you go, Dawny.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's get stuck
The
in.
smallest piece. Get all the layers.
So good.
Oh, Luca, that's so good.
How's gooey?
That is a winner.
I just like my small portion here.
That is gorgeous. Thank you everyone for watching, as always, and let us know if you make this. I feel like you definitely should. And thank you, Nairn's, for being our first sponsor. What a joy. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.